Hey, lightworkers and empaths, is negative language, negative programming that you received in your childhood from your parents still stopping you from doing the things that you really want to do? Then in this video, I'm going to share with you a little exercise doing which you will be able to not only override the negative language and the programming you received, but you will be able to also integrate the lessons that were behind them so that you can grow to your higher version, right? So before I give you the exercise, I want to thank my friend Cherise, who is in my Facebook group and who brought up this challenge so that I can discuss about it and help you guys with it, right? So if you have this challenge of negative language stopping you from doing things in your life, then let me know in the comments how it is stopping you, right? I'd love to know about your challenge, right? Now, before I give you the exercise, I want you to know the wisdom behind this. That is, all the experiences that come to us have just one purpose. That is to help us expand to our higher version, right? And that is behind every experience. That is the purpose of every single experience. So the experience of negative programming and negative language that we received in our childhood from our parents that made us feel like that we are not good enough, that we are not living up to their expectations, that we are constantly being put under a pressure cooker situation, and that keeps us still comparing ourselves to others, and that is stopping us. Even this negative experience has a gift underneath it. Really, the lesson that did not get integrated can be integrated, and that is what I want to give to you today, right? So I want to give you an exercise. Now, before I give you the exercise, I want you to know that if this challenge is still relevant in your experience and it is still stopping you from doing things you want, then this exercise is really going to help you override it, but only if you do it. So I want you to not only listen to this exercise and go away, but actually do it. Make time for it and do it, right? So the exercise is something like this. Write down, take a piece of paper and write down 10 negative programming, negative language that you received from your parents when you were a kid that still haunts you, that still limits you from doing things you want, and write them down in clear points, clear statements. This is what they said to me that still is left within me and that is still stopping me. Write them down in clear points, at least 10 of them. So once you have written them down, I want you to shortlist 3 top negative language, negative programming amongst them, right? That you think is the cause of your major roadblocks, right? Shortlist them and write them as number 1, number 2, number 3, right? Now this is what I want you to do. For the next 10 days, keep aside 5 to 10 minutes out of your schedule and keep them for working on that one specific negative language, negative programming that is still in your system that is stopping you. And I'm going to give you how you're going to work with that, right? But keep aside 5 to 10 minutes because that is the time when we are going to take to heal and integrate those unintegrated lessons. Now, every day, starting with the top negative programming, negative language that you have written them down in the list, I want you to every day revisit the experience, the memory where you have the strongest memory of that negative language coming to you, where you receive the negative language in a very intense way. Go back to the memory and go back to that experience and stay in that experience for at least 5 to 10 minutes. Now, I want you to keep the wisdom within when you are revisiting the experience, that the experience, the people, what is being said, that does not matter. What matters is the energy of the experience, right? So when you were going through that particular experience where the negative language came to you, you felt a certain way. You felt wounded. You felt traumatized. You felt hurt, right? What happened is that experience did not integrate. It's because it was of a certain energy and you were not able to maintain your inner balance and inner harmony. And that is why you were not able to integrate that experience, right? And what I want you to do is understand that now that you have evolved to this new version of yourself, now you have grown so much, you have the capability to go back and ride the wave again. That wave which was too much for the younger version of you will not be any more too much for the version that you are right now, the evolved version that you are right now. So go back to that experience and stay within the energy of that experience. Don't try to judge, understand, or solve anything. Just be within that experience where that experience happened and re-experience that energy going through you. But this time, maintain your harmony, maintain your balance, and just allow that energy to go through you. And know that that energy came to you to give you a certain up leveling, right? So once you stay there for 5 to 10 minutes, you will notice the charge of that experience where you receive that negative language, that negative programming, slowly fading away. Okay, you will probably be very uncomfortable at first when you're starting to revisit that experience when it happened, because the wounds are still there, right? So it hurts. But the more you maintain your balance, the more you stay in harmony within that experience, the more that wound will start getting dissolved, right? It will happen right before your eyes. You will see that happening. The more the charge dissipates, you will notice that the effect of that negative language going away, the negative programming going away within that 5 to 10 minutes. And then within the first 5 minutes, once you start noticing that the charge is going away, I want you to do something which is going to be incredible. That is, I want you to take responsibility. Say to yourself, start affirming like a mantra that I'm responsible. I'm responsible. I take responsibility for that experience. I take responsibility for that experience. I'm responsible. I'm responsible. Just start saying this mantra. The reason we are saying this is because all experiences are like waves. The reason it did not integrate and was left as wound is because we were not able to ride that wave, because we were not prepared. And that is not our fault. But still, we were still in a way at fault because the wave came at us and we were not prepared. So we are in a way responsible, right? Now don't overthink the responsibility part too much, because it's a big lesson which I do not want to get too much deep into. It's something I talk deeply in my one-on-one coaching sessions. But I want you to say that I'm responsible. When you say I'm responsible, you will notice the charge dissipating even faster. See, when we are constantly in a tug of war situation, when we are constantly blaming the experience, the people who are causing the experience and the entire thing, we are not in harmony with that experience. And when we are not in harmony with that experience, we cannot integrate that experience. And that is why it still remains like that. Right? To come in harmony with that experience is to take responsibility. When you say that I am responsible, and I'm responsible for that experience, you will know that what you did wrong back in that time, which caused you the hurt, and what you're doing right this time, which is allowing you to ride the wave and integrate those lessons, right? You are always responsible, right? Now, once you start doing that in the first 1 to 2 minutes, you will start to notice that the entire energy is becoming very harmonious. When you start taking responsibility for everything that happened, you will come in harmony with that experience. Now, this is what I want to do. At the end, like maybe the last 9 to 10 minutes of that meditation, I want you to say thank you. Say thank you to the experience, say thank you to all the people who are causing that experience. Say thank you to all the traumas that you experienced throughout your life because of that experience. Say just thank you, because that experience helped you to become who you are, to become the higher version that you are today, and is still helping you to move towards your higher version. Keep saying thank you till it becomes very, very filled with gratitude and love. And then end the meditation by projecting unconditional love to all the people who gave that negative language to you, to all the experiences that came to you which you did not feel too nice about. Keep projecting unconditional love and feel like you are embracing that entire experience. Keep doing it. Keep projecting love for 1 minute straight. And that's it. Once you come out of it, the charge of that experience will have dissipated to a great extent, right? And next time when you start doing the things that you wanted to do, you will notice that that negative language is not affecting you as much. The charge of it has dissipated. Now this might take a lot of time, and this is what I want you to do. Do it for 10 days straight for every 10 of those programming that you have written them down. And I can tell you within 10 days you will notice what it will do to you, but you have to do it. So I hope that you will do it, not just listen to that exercise that I've given to you and just ignore it, but actually do it, right? Because that is when you are going to reap the benefit. Now, if all the things that I've given to you has resonated with you, and if self-confidence, challenges like self-esteem issues, negative programming, negative languages, clarity of purpose is stopping you from living your best life, and if you're a light worker, if you're an empath, if you're on your spiritual ascension journey, then I have a one-on-one coaching setup where I can personally help you overcome those challenges, where I will work with your challenges directly and help you live your best life by connecting you with your own inner guidance system, right? So if you want to work with me, then send me a direct message and we will have a chat. And if I feel that you are a right fit for my program, we will get started, right? And if you are watching this anywhere, and if you have not joined my Facebook group already, join my Facebook group. I'll have the link of the group somewhere in the description of the video. It's a very active group where I try to help my members with the challenges that they're facing, right? So join the group. Link will be in the description of the video. So I hope this video has been helpful. Let me know in the comments what challenges you are facing with negative programming, negative self-talk, and all the things that happened in our childhood. Let me know, right? So I hope you have an awesome day ahead. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.